no matter in all these years, the last few decades, somewhere in the nation, elections keep on happening. We are losing focus, we are losing mandates, greatest wastage of expenditure, constantly big brick batting, constantly mudslinging from different political parties onto each other. Somewhere we have to put an end to this. One election is over, suddenly one more election comes. And we are getting tired of just because of looking at it. But the problem is about the development is taking a back seat. So I'll share a few examples to you. If young and resource-constrained India could achieve a system akin to one nation, one election for nearly 2 decades after independence, then what is preventing a strong, a prosperous and technologically advanced Bharat from implementing the same now? What obstacles stand in the way of embracing a system that promises greater stability, reduced expenditure, and a more focused approach to governance? Allowing our leaders to dedicate more time, they can dedicate themselves to fully to the progress and prosperity of our every citizen. Consider a common scenario that happens in most of our states. Let us say an assembly election is held in a year. Later the state goes to the local body and panchayat polls in another 1-2 years' time. But by the time this ends, the preparations for Lok Sabha begins again. This creates a near continuous election cycle where political parties and the administration are continuously engaged in election-related activities. Where is the time for growth? Where is the time for stability? Where is the time for economic prosperity? For instance, if a state had assembly elections in 2021, local body polls in 2022, and then the national elections in 2024, the focus on consistent governance is inevitably diluted. The opposition also engages mostly in electoral strategies and electioneering and giving only limited attention to fighting for the public causes. India is in a constant state of election preparedness. Political parties are almost in a campaign mode, and that is not a good sign of healthy democracy. On average, it is reasonable to say that the elections to the legislative assemblies of at least 4 to 6 states are held every year. With thousands of panchayats and municipalities across the country, elections at this level are a continuous process happening in different parts of the country almost every year. The ruling parties, instead of focusing solely on governance and policy implementation, ruling parties are constantly